to Deep Sleep Stories. Thank you to everyone who's been listening. If these stories help you relax or fall asleep, a short review, comment, or sharing the podcast with someone who might benefit is a simple and meaningful way to support the show so that we may continue to offer it for free. Now, take a slow, gentle breath and let's begin tonight's story.
Welcome. My name is Owen Thorne. Before we begin, I invite you to settle into a peaceful state of mind. Take a moment to notice any tension in your neck or shoulders and let it melt away with a slow, steady exhale. Feel the coolness of the air as you inhale and the gentle warmth of your own breath flowing out. Soon, we'll journey into a quiet, moonlit garden where cherry blossoms drift in soothing pink showers. For now, all you need to do is rest in this moment. Sense your eyelids growing heavier, the weight of the day slipping off your body, down and away into the soft comfort beneath you. With each breath, you sink deeper into calm. Let your mind wander gently and allow this space to cradle you in warmth. You are safe here. You are at ease. In a land where the mountains roll beneath a sky brushed with twilight blues, a small wooden gate stands under a lantern's glow, welcoming those who seek peace. Beyond the gate, an ancient samurai's garden stretches beneath a canopy of delicate cherry trees. Here, the hush of night settles on the petals, painting a world of tranquil colour and sound. The whisper of a breeze moves through the branches, stirring the blossoms in soft, rhythmic waves. Tiny lanterns flicker along a winding path, illuminating mossy stones and pockets of blossoming shrubs. Everything about this place seems designed to soothe the soul, and it is here, in this gentle space, that one quiet traveller arrives on a mild evening, seeking rest and comfort beneath the blossoms. He steps onto the worn path of round stones, each polished smooth by centuries of footsteps. The traveller carries no burden other than the faint remnants of a day's concerns, which already begin to lift from his shoulders like a garment set aside. Soft, green moss lines either side of the path, cushioning each step, creating a sensation akin to walking on clouds. The lanterns, standing at respectful intervals, cast an amber glow that mingles with the pale moonlight filtering through the branches overhead. Clusters of blossoms adorn the limbs of every tree, clouds of pastel pink, each petal a gentle invitation to pause and admire. The sweet fragrance of the flowers laces the cool evening air. It is neither overwhelming nor faint, but a perfect, subtle note that quiets the traveller's mind. Each breath in this garden is a reminder of renewal, calm, and the promise that nature's cycles continue softly, whether observed or not. An old wooden bench, smooth from years of use, rests beneath the largest cherry tree. Its armrests are carved to resemble curling waves, reminiscent of the garden's heritage. The traveller approaches, drawn by the hush of the blossoms overhead. He runs his fingertips along the bench, feeling the marks of time etched into the grain, telling a story of countless peaceful moments shared by souls who've come here before. The slightest creak of the bench is a whispered greeting when he sits. Soon, the breeze sings through the branches, and a scattering of petals drifts down, gracefully landing across his lap and shoulders. Far in the distance, a babbling stream adds its gentle voice, a soothing lullaby of water dancing over stones. He lowers his gaze to a small pond framed by bamboo and ornamental grasses. Koi fish glide in the water, tails fanning out in fluid ribbons. Their quiet presence adds to the peace, as though even nature itself moves with mindful deliberation here. A graceful stone lantern stands by the edge, its silhouette distinct against the surface of the pond. The reflection of the moon flickers along the water, mingling with occasional ripples from the koi. In the hush of the garden, this interlude of stillness and gentle motion feels timeless, beyond the rush of passing hours, beyond the clamour of busy thoughts. Here, under the grand canopy of blossoms, the traveller is offered an invitation to release cares and simply be. A short distance away, there is a low wooden platform fashioned in the style of a traditional Japanese engawa, extending from a small garden house. Slender pillars support a roof adorned with gently curving eaves. The traveller notices soft candlelight flickering through the paper windows. As he approaches, each step reveals a deeper tranquility. The house itself whispers of history, worn wooden floors that have carried the quiet steps of samurai returning from distant fields, sliding doors decorated with minimalistic strokes of ink, capturing the elegance of mountains and clouds. Small in stature but rich in atmosphere, this place beckons the traveller closer, promising refuge for body and mind. An ancient camellia tree stands sentinel beside the platform, its glossy leaves reflecting the subdued light. A simple stone basin nestles among the roots, catching droplets of water that fall from a bamboo pipe in a soft, rhythmic pattern. This gentle sound adds to the lull of the garden, marking time in a steady cadence, every drop a note in nature's symphony of evening calm. Once the traveller steps onto the engawa, he senses the warmth of the wood beneath his feet. The cherry blossoms seem almost brighter from this vantage point, their gentle clusters rustling in the breeze like a soft hush, urging quiet reflection. There, he finds a comfortable futon laid out in anticipation of a peaceful night's rest. It's positioned so that the canopy of blossoms lit by the moon fills his view. Placed beside the futon is a small table holding a clay cup of herbal tea, its steam curling gently into the night. The sweet, earthy aroma rises, and with it comes the soft promise of solace. The traveller sets his hands around the cup, feeling its warmth. He breathes in the tea's fragrance, a blend of chamomile and lemon balm, perhaps with a hint of honey. With each sip, a tingle of calm spreads through him, guiding his thoughts to settle like a leaf drifting slowly onto the surface of a quiet pond. As the traveller sips the tea, the history of this garden seems to awaken in soft echoes. Tales of samurai who once practiced the art of stillness here, finding serenity beneath blooming branches even after the rigours of training float through the air. Long ago, they discovered that peace is not merely a pause between actions, but a place where the heart can find true grounding. In the hush of the garden, one can almost hear the echo of distant wooden swords clacking, replaced by the gentle rustle of leaves. The traveller's heartbeat aligns with the slow, patient rhythms of centuries past. A small shrine rests at the far corner, nearly hidden by a cluster of tall reeds and a weeping willow. Its weathered stones carry an unspoken reverence, as though they hold the memories of countless blessings and whispered prayers. A single candle flickers within, casting the faintest light onto an inscription carved into the stone. At this hour, the words are unreadable, yet the spirit of the shrine emanates calm assurance. Nighttime in this garden is a refuge, a moment to honor the present, let go of old cares, and open the mind to the serenity carried in the breath of spring. The traveller places the empty teacup on the table, then lowers himself onto the futon with careful, unhurried movements. Silk covers brush against his skin, lightweight and comforting. The wooden beams of the house provide a gentle frame for the night sky overhead. Beneath the wide canopy of blossoms, the moonlight filters through layers of petals, dappling the futon in a faint pink glow. Small, drifting petals sometimes land on the bedding, like nature offering tiny gifts of beauty. The breeze remains gentle, causing the leaves to swish in a melody that lulls the traveller's senses further into repose. He breathes deeply, noticing how the garden's essence blends with the scent of the blossoms, fresh, sweet, and just slightly tangy. As he settles more deeply, the hush of evening envelops him. A single cricket begins its serenade, joined by others in gradual chorus. Their gentle chirping finds a counterpoint in the distant stream, weaving an oral tapestry of hush and lullaby. Each inhalation draws the traveller closer to the soul of the garden. Each exhalation pushes away any lingering remnants of tension or thought, as though the wind itself gathers them up and disperses them among the drifting petals. The traveller's eyes gently close for a moment, then flutter open as if in a pleasant dream. In this liminal space between wakefulness and sleep, the cherry blossoms appear to glow with an otherworldly radiance. It's as though the garden responds to his deepening rest with a tender, welcoming presence. He feels a quiet communion with the spirits of the place, benevolent watchers who simply want to share the wonders of this tranquil realm. The air touches his skin with the faintest hint of coolness, balanced by the comforting warmth of the futon's soft layers. Somewhere in the distance, a nightingale offers a single sweet note that rises into the hush. The moon continues its slow journey across the sky. Occasionally, a cloud drifts by, throwing patterns of shadow and light that dance briefly on the garden floor before disappearing. The petals above rustle and sway, releasing miniature flurries of pink that glide to the ground in small cascades. In these subtle moments, time feels elastic, as though every moment of peace stretches into a gentle eternity, free of hurry, free of demands. The traveller breathes in and out, more deeply now, each breath a lull in the silent nighttime serenade. Later in the night, the traveller, half dreaming, senses a quiet presence near the garden's edge. Perhaps the echo of someone from the past, a long-gone caretaker, or perhaps the spirit of the samurai who once called this place home. But this presence is gentle and safe, a guardian of tradition and tranquility. The traveller feels no disturbance, only a soft reassurance that he is part of a line of those who have found solace here. The unspoken invitation to rest fully remains, encouraging him to yield to the seductive pull of sweet, restorative sleep. Slowly, the traveller's breaths become deeper, his eyelids heavier. The hush grows around him, as though the garden itself places a finger to its lips, urging every sound to quiet in respect for this moment of repose. The blossoms overhead shimmer faintly, a final gift of their radiant beauty, before his eyes close. A sense of weightlessness envelops him, cradling him in a realm where the lines between night and dream blur into a single tapestry of pink, white, and moonlit silver. In the earliest hours before dawn, the garden remains still. Even the breeze rests, allowing the blossoms to remain steady on their branches. Small arcs of moonlight hover across the dewy grass. The futon where the traveller sleeps is undisturbed, a gentle rise and fall in his chest, the only sign of life. Koi drift silently below the surface of the pond, lulled by the depths of the night. Lanterns, now burned low, cast only the faintest glow over the path. Everything breathes a wordless lullaby of peace. When the eastern horizon begins to brighten, the garden stirs with the subtlety of waking dreams. The traveller's consciousness floats on the edge of awareness, but he remains largely at rest, body and mind soothed by the healing embrace of the cherry blossoms above. Birds hidden among the branches begin to chirp, softly at first, then with gathering confidence as dawn approaches. Yet, even as the world gently brightens, the atmosphere remains tender, as though the garden wishes to prolong this serene interlude. The traveller lingers in a warm cocoon, heart beating in time with the gentle pulse of nature around him. At last, the traveller's eyes slowly open, meeting the blossoming canopy now touched by the early morning light. The petals, once silver in the moon's glow, now shine with pale pink luminescence. A gentle wind stirs again, carrying the fragrance of morning dew and fresh blossoms. It is a cleansing moment, a quiet renewal of gratitude for the simple blessings of rest and comfort. Without haste, he sits up, feeling a serene clarity in his mind. The old concerns and worries he carried have been gently replaced by the garden's calm. Each breath he takes an echo of this place's enduring grace. Though the story of the traveller in the samurai's garden extends beyond this single night, though he may wander again beneath new skies and in fresh seasons, this moment of rest will forever be a refuge in his memory. The hush of the trees and the warm invitation of the futon remain with him like a soft echo in his soul. The garden does not ask for anything in return. It simply offers. The traveller's heart, filled with quiet gratitude, silently thanks the spirits who keep watch here, guardians of a peace that transcends time and distance. Now, as the final traces of nighttime drift away, let your own mind rest in this gentle conclusion. Allow the breathing you've cultivated to slow even more. Feel the weight of your body pressing against the surface beneath you, anchoring you, comforting you. Let your arms grow heavy, your legs relax, and your thoughts settle like fallen petals on a still pond. The soft hush of this garden extends across centuries, and tonight it extends to you. In that hush, there is a lullaby that calls to your deepest self, urging you to surrender to the sweetness of rest. Close your eyes fully now, if you haven't already, and imagine the faint pink glow of cherry blossoms overhead. Hear the distant stream and the tender hush of petals drifting softly to the ground. Envision the traveller resting peacefully, lulled by the nightingale's gentle notes and the moon's kind gaze. Imagine each element of the garden weaving into a soft cradle of sound and sensation, enveloping you in warmth and ease. The hush grows around you, secure, soothing, comforting. Breathe in the garden's quiet assurance that dawn will come in its own time, and until then, the world is content to drift in a realm of calm. Breathe out any last thoughts or worries, letting them dissolve into the softly lit air. With each slow inhalation, draw in the hush of the blossoms. With every exhalation, release into deeper serenity. You are here in a moment that needs nothing from you but your presence and willingness to rest. And so, dear traveller, sleep well. May the gentle rustle of petals and the cool embrace of twilight guide you into the sweetest of dreams. Let the garden's peaceful spirit stand watch over you as your breath becomes softer and slower. May your rest be deep and renewing, like a calm spring tide lapping at a quiet shore. Good night, dear traveller. Sleep well.